Longtime resident. I ran home in the midst of the start of the comments because I wanted to come back with my copy of Realize. This is what Realize looks like without the technical manual attached to it. This is just Realize. And in fact, this is an outdated copy because this is what was presented at P&D more recently and has been modified since. This itself runs over 400 pages, and that's front and back, 200 pages of paper. I'm sure it's expanded since then. And I want to address this to the people in the audience who have spoken in particular in favor of Realize and ask them how many of you have actually read this cover to cover. George, I know you have. I know George Pearson has because he was on TAC and he's attended other meetings. I'm not asking that of any of you on the dais. And I frankly haven't read the thing cover to cover. But unless people have read it cover to cover, then I have this comment. The community development folks, including Mr. Favor and including several other staff who've spoken at these meetings, have made it sound very vanilla. In fact, today I commented that you must have practiced your speaking because unlike me where I have hesitations or pauses, you're very polished in presenting exactly how you want to. And it sounds vanilla. But one thing that you brought out is this idea that it was only intended for new developments. I haven't seen a page in here yet that says that, okay? And I live in an older neighborhood where just in the last few years, we had two things that happened. One was a death that meant that the property was open. The new owner wanted to put something in his garage as a living space for rent. We were able to stop that because there was a covenant that was had been applied to that property originally that prevented it. But it took a lot of work on the part of the neighborhood to bring that to effect and to stop that subdivision. The other thing is that we had a house that went up with a fire, total loss. When that was rebuilt, because of our neighborhood, that was rebuilt as a single-family house. I'm not sure that that would happen if Realize comes in, and we have more fires happening in the city.
Your time is up.
Thank you.
Dolores Lucero. 2001, of course we should update the zoning code. There's no doubt about that. But let me tell the people in this room, it's already decided. The mayor never, in the 20 years that I've been involved in politics, any mayor at this dais has never put something on the agenda that's gonna fail, ever. And only maybe once or twice in the 8 years that I served. The mayor doesn't do that. He already knows what the vote is. It might be a 4-3, but it's just gotta be 4 to win. So it doesn't happen in these chambers. I also am a gambling woman. I will lay money down that someone organized all this group of people to be here today to show you that they care about their community. Well, nobody cares as much as I do, and a whole bunch of other people in this community. I'm gonna give my age. I'm 71 years old, and I've lived in this community, and my family has been here for 400 years. I do not recognize Las Cruces. I do not live in the community that I've always loved. I do not have the services that I should have at this age because I can't get good medical care. How dare someone stand there and say, I live in Sonoma Ranch, I worked hard for my home, I care about people in this community, I have helped people that have needed care, and I'm upset, obviously. How dare you say that I don't care about this community because I own a nice home? There's an empty lot on my street. If a mobile home ends up there, I'm gonna be real pissed. And let me tell you, if something else shows up on my neighborhood, 2 nights ago, guess what, Mr. Mayor? 3rd time in a row, hoodlums on my street checking doors. I don't live in a bad neighborhood. I live in a neighborhood of Las Cruces, and none of you care where I live.